Hey everybody, you haven't seen my face in a while. I've dropped off the face of the planet again, directing my first full-length play, which was really cool. It just closed this weekend and it was quite the experience, but one that I kind of want to recover from because it ate up way too much of my time. So I'm back. Hi. Some exciting news about the channel before I get to this week's question. We are sort of in the process of reorganizing Genderqueer Chat a little bit, making topics a little more diverse and interesting, but also making it easier for you, our fabulous viewers, to contribute to the channel. So we are at the moment building a Tumblr which will allow you to share and reblog and comment on our videos more easily, and will also allow you to submit your ideas in a more sort of organized way than just by YouTube comments or messages, which you can still do. Obviously the channel is through YouTube. This Tumblr will just be sort of a companion blog, but we'll also post some information that might not get covered in videos, so like genderqueer resources and links of interest and what have you. So that's not published yet, but we will keep you posted about it, and stand by to follow us and reblog the shit out of us. I have faith in you, so do me proud. I'm also really excited because I can't get enough of Tumblr. Not my fault. It's very addictive. I don't recommend you get it if you want to maintain some semblance of a life. But I do recommend you follow us once we get it up. So, as I say, we'll keep you posted. This week, we are talking about a question that Dallas came up with, which is, has being genderqueer caused you to miss out on anything in your life? What opportunities have you gained by being genderqueer? Which I found quite relevant at the moment. I've been, doing quite a bit of soul searching recently in terms of gender. I feel like I always am, because I think about my gender every single day. I feel like I have to. And at the same time, I feel where I am with my life right now, it's hard for me to say I missed out on something, because I'm at a time in my life, being at university, where I'm still taking in a lot of things, and I'm, having a lot of firsts, adult firsts, as it were. So I don't know. I feel like except for some childhood stuff, I haven't reached a window yet where I sort of have like missed the boat on something. If I was, say, I don't know, like 60, obviously I would have probably missed the boat on having children. That sort of thing, milestones I'm talking about. So have I missed out on anything because of my gender or lack thereof? Haven't decided which one yet. The one big thing that comes to mind is relationships. I'm genderqueer. I'm primarily attracted to men. I think romantically I'm exclusively attracted to men. And sexually I'm sort of I lean towards masculine. And being a biologically female XX chromosome person, that's very difficult when I present a lot of the time as androgynous and masculine, because for people who don't know about my gender identity, that usually means that people assume I'm a lesbian. Obviously, kind of inevitable, although it's a dumb stereotype, but it has come up in my life all the time. A lot of people have assumed that I'm a lesbian, especially people who have expressed interest in me. I've had far more women ask me out and sort of proposition me than men, or genderqueer people. So yeah, I think dating has been difficult. I haven't really had a significant relationship at age almost 20, which is a bit sad. Working on that. I went on a date tonight, that was nice. But yeah, I think being genderqueer, I felt resentful about that because, you know, and I've been told many times, most memorably by my parents, that with all good intention, that, you know, maybe if I dressed more effeminately, I would attract the kind of person that I wanted to attract, i.e. men. I've never really had any gay men express an interest in me, because, you know, to most of the world I am female. But yeah, I've never been willing or been able to dress or present as a gender that I'm not in order to attract a partner or to seem more attractive, because I'm not gonna be not be myself rather, to somebody I want to be in a significant relationship with. So yeah, that's been a bit of a downer. But I'm holding out, you know. I'm sure I'll find somebody who can deal with the fact that I'm genderqueer and I look fairly androgynous, and sometimes I have very masculine days. But yeah, I have this particular sort of body. So yeah, I wouldn't say I'm sort of bitter about that, but I do feel like I haven't had the kind of experience in terms of dating that a lot of my peers have. So yes, I think being genderqueer has affected that. What opportunities have I gained? I think being genderqueer has given me a huge new perspective about, well, to myself, first and foremost. I think I've definitely, this is a cliche, but I've learned a lot about myself by being introspective and by consciously thinking about, what makes me on a core level. And one of those things is, obviously gender. But I've met a lot of really cool people through the queer community, by being involved in the queer community. And also, I don't know if I would have necessarily mentioned this if you'd asked me this question a year ago, but I also feel like it has made me more, being genderqueer has made me more conscious and respectful of gender equality. I used to be very touchy about the word feminist. I used to sort of actively not call myself a feminist. I think, right now I'd probably say I'm much more for, I would describe myself as aligning myself with much more towards a gender equality than feminism per se. Arguably those things are the same or overlap, but I think I used to be somewhat unconsciously, subconsciously sexist, partially because I resented the fact that I appeared as female. So I had a much stricter, closed-minded sense of what, of gender roles, and I think I could be slightly disparaging towards women. So I think because, it was partially a defense mechanism, I just, I didn't want to be associated with women, So I felt, if I sort of, not put them down, but like, if I sort of scoffed at feminism and that sort of thing, then somehow that would make me less associated with being female. But yeah, I'd say that being genderqueer has benefited me in terms of making me much more open-minded person. I don't know if I'd say it's given me more opportunities per se. It's presented me with a lot of difficulties. But as I said, I've met some great people through the queer community. Obviously, before I considered myself genderqueer, I consider myself an ally of the queer community. But being involved as a member of the queer community has meant that I've met some really, really cool people. And that I've, been involved with this channel, obviously. Otherwise, yeah, I'd say it's, at this point for me, being genderqueer is just a very basic part of myself. And I see the benefits and the disadvantages of being genderqueer as I see any other fundamental part of me. My race, my nationality, the fact that, I'm my social standing, the fact that I'm university educated, my politics, what are the advantages and disadvantages of being a white American living in England. That's basically how I see the advantages and disadvantages and the things I've gotten from being genderqueer, really. So, yeah. Sorry, that was a bit rambly, but quite a thoughtful question. So, yeah, let me know what you think. If you have any similar experiences, or if you question my sanity or ability to properly express myself at this hour of the night in this cold. That's why I'm wearing this heavy coat. It's freezing in this house. Drop me a line, leave me a comment, and stay tuned for updates further in the week about our Tumblr and about the changes that we're making to the channel. So again, very excited to see you all. Hope you all have a fantastic evening, and stay tuned.